From the Ohio AgNet, Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Joel Norwood with your farm news this Friday. The gloomy days of November finally rolled around. Why not head off to the sale barn then? The Jackson County Regional Livestock Market having their bred cow sale later today at 6 p.m. JCRLM.com, your livestock authority. Again, the Jackson County Regional Livestock Market bred cow sale tonight at 6. Our own Dale Menio's out in Kansas City for the National Association of Farm Broadcasters annual meeting. Always a good time to be catching up with the latest in agriculture. And he talked with Bayer Crop Science's Martha Smith on the new Modern Ag Alliance.
So the Modern Ag Alliance is a coalition that was formed earlier this year to help secure farmers access to crop protection tools. And so Bayer was a part of founding this organization, but there are more than 85 different groups from across the federal and state level and across more than 24 states, including Ohio, that have joined this group, and we're working to support legislation related to the labeling of pesticide products.
So as you look to that, obviously you've got some goals that you want to have happen and maybe some other ones to prevent from happening. What's top on that list for producers to look at?
Yeah, so we have a situation right now where there is uncertainty around the labeling of crop protection tools in the U.S. And so the goal here is to have a solution to that via state legislation in states such as Ohio and others around the country in order to show that the need for crop protection tools, right? So those of us in agriculture know how important crop protection tools are for farmers to be able to supply affordable and healthy food supply as well as using conservation methods. But right now those tools are under attack, and there is the chance where we could lose access to those tools. And so the goal right now is to work through with state legislators on how we can get legislation introduced.
There are some other categories out there where people are concerned that one size fits all and you got to do this across the whole country. Will this organization and alliance be able to help bring that down to more procedures in smaller areas instead of one idea across the whole country?
Part of the idea here is that we do need uniformity in labeling in the U.S. So what's happened in the last few years is the litigation industry has fueled controversy around labeling, and it's led to uncertainty about who is the authority in the U.S. for determining the safety from a human health effects and carcinogenicity standpoint of the safety of crop protection tools. And so what this legislation would do is to reassert that EPA is the authority in the states as it pertains to crop protection labels. Now, states can add to labels. They can do different things related to their state. We certainly want to make sure those state protections are protected, but the reality is farmers work across state lines, and there needs to be a degree of uniformity, and we can't have states directly conflicting the data and evidence that's coming out of EPA.
That's Martha Smith with Bayer Crop Science talking about the Modern Ag Alliance, some of the issues it's hoping to address with our own Dale Minio. Let's check in with the weather thanks to Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. Here's Ryan.
Clouds and some sunshine here for the balance of your Friday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at that Ohio Ag weather update. No major changes here in the short haul. I think we are dry today, getting better sunshine tomorrow. Some clouds and sun on Sunday, but nothing significant on precipitation. Monday is sunny, warm, and dry. Strong winds coming up from the southwest ahead of our next weather system. That weather system shows up next at Tuesday. Well, Monday night through Tuesday. And it's going to bring us anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 of an inch of rain, coverage 80% of the state. Behind it, we are dry for Wednesday before we see colder circulation for Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday. Going to bring us rain and definitely cooler temperatures. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned. We'll be taking a look at market numbers here at midday and what's driving those when the Ohio AgNet continues.
In any year, your best harvest is only a few upgrades away. Seed Consultants exclusively serves the Eastern Corn Belt, combining our deep knowledge of local conditions with high-performing products fit for your acres. Most importantly, our customized services put our products and your business in a position to succeed. We help you start with better to grow your best. Visit seedconsultants.com to learn why our products and services are simply better.
Before we jump into the numbers, what's affecting markets today? Thanks to Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years. Over to Ryan Metzger from Lice Mercantile.
This morning, the USDA released their export sales data for the week ending November 7th. The new sales were a steep drop-off from last week's sales, but that's what most of us expected to see following the election results. New corn sales barely hit the low end of industry estimates with announced sales of 1.315 million metric tons, and the same can be true for soybeans with announced sales of 1.555 million metric tons. As for wheat, New sales were right in line with estimates, with announced sales listed at 380.1 thousand metric tons. To now meet the USDA's export targets, we need to see weekly sales of 687.2 thousand metric tons of corn, 466.9 thousand metric tons of soy, and 193.2 thousand metric tons of wheat. Please visit our website, lifemercantile.com, to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
Thanks, Ryan. Right now in Chicago, new crop corn's up 1 3/4 cents to $4.20 3/4 per bushel. March corn up 1 3/4 as well to $4.32 1/2. March soybeans 9 1/2 higher to $10.08 3/4 as May beans $10.21 3/4 up 8 1/2. And July wheat up 4 1/2 to $5.69 1/2 per bushel for next year's new crop. Markets thanks to Seed Consultants, simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. December live cattle down 23 cents to $182.73 per hundredweight, while December hogs dropping 85 cents to $79.25. Feeder cattle up 80 cents. This is the Ohio AgNet.